Most people think they're safe, but they don't really understand the danger. Because the safer you think you are, the easier it is for hackers to rob you. If you don't know what a card shimmer is, you need to watch this video. They probably already know your credit card number. And if they don't, it's only a matter of time. You see, the most common methods of fraud are card shimmers, database breaches, and disgruntled cashiers. All of these are kind of just out of your control and you can't really fully defend against them. Here's why. Credit card information is often stolen in database breaches where big companies get hacked. Let's say you pay with your credit card at a store or a subscription service. That company puts your card in a database somewhere, and often they don't do a good enough job at protecting it, even big companies you trust. Here's some examples of companies that have been hacked just in the last few years. There's really nothing you can do about this. It's just a matter of time. Another way hackers can get your card number is with a card skimmer or a card shimmer. So a card skimmer is a malicious electronic device placed in front of a legitimate card reader. So when you insert your card to pay, the card skimmer steals your card's information from its magnetic strip and sends it to hackers around the world. The hackers are then able to withdraw money from your account just as easily as any other business. Often the business owner has no idea it's happening until it's too late. Now the dangerous part is card skimmers can be anywhere where you'd use a credit card. ATMs, gas pumps, parking meters, ticket kiosks, and just about anywhere else. But card skimmers have to be attached on top of a real card reader, so you can spot them before it's too late. Try pulling on the end of a card reader before you put in your card. If it wiggles or comes loose, that's a card skimmer, and you should report it to the business owner immediately. To avoid getting skimmed, you can also run your debit card as credit to avoid typing in the PIN, or just pay inside at gas stations. However, knowing about skimmers won't protect you, because hackers have developed an even sneakier method of getting your card called a shimmer. And unlike skimmers, shimmers are nearly impossible to detect. Instead of big pieces of plastic attached on top of a card reader, shimmers are tiny little circuits installed inside the machine where you can't even see them. That's why there's no real defense against a card shimmer. It's only a matter of time. A waiter or cashier could also steal your credit card when they take it away to swipe it. If the card ever leaves your site, you're at risk. Once again, you can't fully prevent this. But the most common method of fraud is scams. And unlike the other methods, scams can be fully prevented if you're careful enough. If you don't know about the new methods scammers are using, it's very easy to get tricked. It can happen to anyone. That's why you need to watch our video on scams. But don't go yet. There's one last method of fraud that you can actually prevent. If you ever access any of your accounts from public Wi-Fi, such as at a coffee shop, hotel, or a restaurant, there's a chance for a hacker to eavesdrop on that communication. This can happen on a phone, laptop, or any other device. Bottom line is when you're out in public, it's likely that hackers can spy on what you're doing and see all the passwords that you're typing. It's also really easy to intercept Wi-Fi. It doesn't take a master hacker. The way around this is to use something called a virtual private network, or VPN for short. This is a program that encrypts all electronic communications, preventing eavesdropping. VPNs typically cost around $10 a month. Most don't really slow down your internet at all. If you ever have to use an untrusted network, it's worth the $10 to buy a VPN. It's better than getting your credit card stolen. It's also a common myth that VPNs make you untraceable online, but this isn't really true, especially if you haven't turned off JavaScript first. If you want to use a VPN for privacy, check out our video on JavaScript. Being aware of these methods does help reduce the chance of fraud, but as we've seen, you can't fully prevent them from getting your card information. That's why it's important to also reduce the damage they can do once they get it, because they probably will. For more information on how to do that, scroll down to the video description below where you can download a detailed handout. And remember, fraud is just one piece of the puzzle. Preventing fraud won't protect you from scams, Wi-Fi hacks, or getting your password stolen. You're already here, so try watching a few more of the videos on this channel to cover those topics.